Hi, this is about Bond, James Bond. It's been 50 years since the world premiere of Dr. No, the first time James Bond was seen on the silver screen. On October the 5th, 1962, Ian Fleming's suave, sophisticated secret agent crossed over from the pages of pop literature to make his cinematic debut. And the first Bond licensed to kill on celluloid was Sean Connery.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Who is also licensed to kill.
Bond has been on an incredible journey over the last half-century. Over these 50 years, Bond films have made legends out of characters. Bond dialogues have been mouthed by generations, and a martini, shaken, not stirred, became a statement of style. Bond movies thrive on a packaged formula of guns, girls, gadgets, and glamour. But what is it really that made James Bond so popular? What is the secret of the super spy's super success?
Tell me what you know of James Bond.
He's a 00 and a wild one.
Charming, sophisticated secret agent. Who is also licensed to kill.
You noticed.
One of the longest running series in history. 24 films, 6 male leads, over 50 Bond girls, and numerous menacing villains. James Bond is the longest running movie franchise in history, one of the most profitable, earning nearly $5 billion in ticket sales worldwide. There has not been a single Bond film that has earned less than its budget. The last installment, Quantum of Solace, earned more than $500 million worldwide. And the latest, Skyfall, to hit the screen soon, is expected to cross the 1 billion mark. The Bond presence on screen has consistently changed with the times, but the charm of Agent 007 has only multiplied over the years. So what is the secret of Bond's longevity?
Because the audience have never been cheated by the producers, I think. They spend all the money on the screen, and they always look expensive.
He's, British legend. And since Ian Fleming wrote about him, he's endeared himself to us.
Back in 1962, a small-time producer, Albert Cubby Broccoli, made the first Bond film and went on to produce 15 more. Before he died, he turned over control to his daughter and stepson, producers who still own half the franchise. In every Bond film, the super spy finds a girl and simultaneously saves the world from some impending doom, and then acts like none of it was a big deal. The look and style might have evolved, but the series has stuck to the simple formula and managed to captivate fans.
Now this one I'm particularly keen about. You see the gear lever here?
Few Bond films would be complete without a visit from Q, the eccentric mastermind behind 007's high-tech and often outlandish gadgets, which over the years got him out of so many sticky situations.
Eject the suit, you're joking.
I never joke about my work, 007.
In 50 years, there have been 6 Bonds in cinema, but 4 of them are most remembered. Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, and now Daniel Craig. Over the years, the character of Bond has undergone many changes. Sean Connery played James Bond with a sophisticated masculinity. Roger Moore brought charm and humor to the character. Pierce Brosnan tried a smooth mix of Connery and Moore. And with Daniel Craig, Bond changed again, with a rugged, more gritty Bond, perhaps closest in spirit to Ian Fleming's fictional hero.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
Sean Connery, the original Bond, was known for a portrayal full of simplistic charisma and detached personality. Since then, 5 other actors have played the role, adding their personal touches to the character. While the actors who played James Bond have changed, the core aspect of the character's personality has stayed constant. Once Sean Connery announced he was finished with the role, Australian George Lazenby was selected to play Bond on Her Majesty's Secret Service, despite having no prior acting experience. Despite critical acclaim, Bond fans didn't connect with his interpretation of 007. The producers decided to go back to Sean Connery for the next Bond film. Diamonds Are Forever. Connery would go on to play Bond only once after that. Never say never again.
I love James Bond movies, but I love Sean, and I love Daniel Craig.
Sean Connery because he was the first.
Sean Connery because he was the best. I would go Sean Connery. I would go Sean Connery because Dr. No and those movies are such classics, and Goldfinger.
Is no better Bond than Sean Connery. You just can't get sexy. His accent, whenever he said Money Penny, you just wanted to, your knees buckled.
BJ, we have company. No problem. This is a company car.
Roger Moore, who made his Bond debut with Live and Let Die, was another hugely successful 007. Moore had 7 releases in a 12-year Bond career.
This isn't the most politically correct choice, but it was the Bond of my childhood was Roger Moore. So he's my Bond. Yeah, he was the one I watched as a kid in all his. So yeah, Roger Moore is my Bond.
After a lukewarm response to Timothy Dalton's Bond, the famed spy returned to the big screen after a 6-year gap in 1995.
Name's Bond. James Bond.
Pierce Brosnan, whom producers had targeted as the perfect 007, returned to Connery's cold portrayal with just a pinch of Moore's humor. By returning to the character's roots, his Bond reconnected with audiences and found box office success once again. 4 films later, Bond evolved again.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Daniel Craig's James Bond is the biggest departure from any previous incarnation of the character. Brutal, raw and undisciplined, he has more in common with the British secret agent that Ian Fleming originally depicted.
Daniel Craig, he's gorgeous.
And I think what Daniel's done with it is remarkable. I cannot wait to see. I mean, from the Sizzler, it looked like they were reinventing the wheel, and I think it's going to be a really exciting film.
In the last 50 years, 007 has undergone many changes. But the most notable change is that Daniel Craig marks the first blonde actor to play Bond. Skyfall stars Daniel Craig in his 3rd outing as 007, but he has already left his mark.
I try to make the best films we can. I with the help of these wonderful, talented people that are working on a Bond movie, try and make the best movie so that when you look at the whole body of work from Sean onwards, then I want to be part of that. I want to make sure that I leave it when I do eventually leave in as good a shape as when I found it.
Daniel Craig has breathed new life into the series. His 2 films to date have earned record highs for the producers, and Bond fans eagerly wait for the sky to fall.
We're going to kill him first.
Always glamorous, always deceptive, and always susceptible to James Bond's charms, the Bond girls are as much a part of the film's attraction as the secret agent himself. From their seductive names to their sex appeal, even their provocative dresses, the Bond girls played their roles to perfection, keeping the screen sizzling and having the audiences salivating for more.
In 1962, when Ursula Andress emerged from the sea with a dagger strapped to her bikini in Dr. No, she made the Bond girl an instant icon. 50 years after that famous scene, Ursula Andress has been voted the sexiest Bond girl ever. The Bond girl over the years has become as compelling a cinematic presence as Agent 007 himself. And it's not just for the way she fills out a swimsuit. Agent 007 has loved more than 50 girls on screen over the last half a century. The women had different characters that ranged from femme fatales to shapely sidekicks, but they shared one common purpose: to inject glamour and danger along the path that Bond tread.
I admire your courage, Miss...
Trench. Sylvia Trench.
British actress Eunice Gayson played Bond's girlfriend in the first two films of the series. Daniela Bianchi played Tatiana Romanova in the 1963 film From Russia with Love. Bianchi was a runner-up Miss Universe.
Who are you?
My name is Pussy Galore.
I must be dreaming.
In one of the most celebrated of all Bond films, Goldfinger, Honor Blackman played the role of Pussy Galore.
I thought I'd wake up dead.
Tranquilizer gun. Knockout.
See.
The classic Bond girls have long been shown as easy prey to Bond's charms, but in more recent films there has been a marked shift and greater involvement in the action of the storyline. In GoldenEye, Agent 007 falls for a strangely normal girl, and she is even smart. Computer programmer Natalia Simonova, played by Polish actress Izabela Scorupcio, showed both poise and brains. Who qualifies as a Bond girl has also changed over the years. The blue-eyed blonde has given way to more diverse leading ladies. Michelle Yeoh in Tomorrow Never Dies, Halle Berry in Die Another Day. A bikini shot in the film was, however, reminiscent of the original Bond girl Ursula Andress.
Normally what we do when we're casting for a Bond woman, Debbie McWilliams, our casting director, works with casting directors all around the world, and she does a very big search. And then we go through several rounds of that, and we show the tapes to the director, and when we finally get down to a few finalists, we bring them into the UK.
We think of women as disposable pleasures rather than meaningful pursuits. So as charming as you are, Mr. Bond.
Modern Bond girl also presents a more formidable challenge to the Sov secret agent. But if there's one thing that hasn't changed in 50 years, it is the fact that whatever their role, whatever their ethnicity, a Bond girl has to be beautiful.
In this 50th year of cinema's longest-running film franchise, the 24th Bond film is almost ready for release. In Skyfall, Daniel Craig plays James Bond for the third time. The hype has already started building up big time. The Sam Mendes-directed film will launch in India shortly after its European release, but ahead of America. And Skyfall, I'm told, has not one, but two Bond girls. That's two reasons more to catch Bond for the 24th time.
Do you have any word on Bond?
The Dark Angel returns with his appropriately mixed martini.
007 reporting for duty.
Being promoted as one of the best Bond films in years, Skyfall revives Daniel Craig standing as a brave and stylish, if occasionally sentimental, 007. The plot sees him crisscrossing the globe. Bond and M, played by Judi Dench, come under threat from a cyber terrorist. The plot of Skyfall is deemed modern and connected to real-world concerns. Understandably, promotional excitement levels are shown as being high amongst the cast and crew alike.
There isn't much road left. Take the bloody shot.
I've been part of every single step of the way. I've been part of the process. So for me now to get this, to show this movie to the world is just the most exciting thing, because I've had such a wonderful time doing it and worked with such wonderful people.
Craig's third innings as 007 marks the 50th anniversary of the series, and the famous Bond intro line is still difficult to deliver.
It's such an iconic line. It's such comes with so much weight attached to it. All I ever tried to do was take the sting out of it. I'm getting a little more used to saying it now, but I think it's always going to be a difficult line to say because there's so much. It comes with a lot of baggage.
Rushes of Skyfall show it as being packed with the usual outlandish action scenes, glittering settings, and larger-than-life characters. So it would be a good idea to strap on belts to your seat and yourself to the belt.
We're gonna kill him first.
In this Skyfall, he has a big fight sequence on a moving train, and it stressed me out watching him because it was really scary.
This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10.
And when it comes to theme songs, Adele was a good bet.
We all had a discussion about it. Daniel, Sam, Michael, and I, and we discussed, who would be the best person, and we thought, well, gosh, obviously Adele would be the best person.
Hear my heart burst again, for this is the end.
Skyfall has gone into its last stages of production. Clipping and rushes are traveling the globe. Press conferences and actor access are reviving the hype, all geared for Her Majesty's agent to work his magic when the box office opens early November. The producers are of course hopeful that Skyfall will ultimately be a windfall for them.
Let the sky fall and it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall.
Skyfall is the super spy's first adventure in 4 years, but I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. There are good reasons why Bond films, after adjusting for inflation, are still the most successful cinema series of all time. James Bond is destined to live a long, long time, because James Bond has that unique ability that's so important in cinema, the ability to change and adapt with the times. And as with all good cinematic experiences, we like to believe that the best is yet to come. My name is Bedi, Kabir Bedi, and you are watching Cinema 007.